Hello there, it's Ed Moses and welcome to Project Mindset. Today I'm doing a book review on a book called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. And the book is by Napoleon Hill and Clement Stone, who also helped on this. Now if you don't know who Clement Stone is, he is an entrepreneur of the insurance industry. And I guess he's well known for taking $100 and turning it into a multi-million-dollar business. Of course, everybody knows Napoleon Hill from the book Think and Grow Rich. Now, I got lucky. This book is actually a 1960s copy of this book. So I've got to read it in the original text, not a revised edition, because I hate revised editions because it changes what the author originally wrote. Being that both these guys have died now, you're not going to... I just don't think that's right to screw with it. For whatever reason, they like to change things. But this particular book is from the 60s, and I got lucky when I bought this recently on Amazon. But the book flows really nice. And the very beginning of the book is pretty cool because what it allows people to realize is the most important part of this is you. You're the number one reason for success, and you are the number one person to create that success. And what I really like about that is they put the pages in green. So this chapter is the only chapter that has green pages. Kind of an interesting touch. And as you can see, it goes into the second chapter and it turns into white pages. But I thought that was a pretty cool touch. What's cool is each chapter flows into the next chapter in a very nice way, a very cool way. It lets you know in the chapter you're finishing what the next chapter is about. So it allows you to see how the next chapter flows into what you've just read. So it connects really well. You don't really want to skip around on this book. The way it's written, it flows. It's supposed to flow. And there's some great examples of success stories in this. Although they're old success stories, they're very good success stories of how people had used these ideas and created a successful life for themselves. What's really cool is, this is a book from the 60s, so it's a little bit ahead of its time in the sense of the fact that it used a very broad perspective of people. Because during this time, there was a lot of conflict, with racial issues and women's rights and things of that nature. And this book gives examples of people, all kinds of people, that have succeeded in different, areas of life. And it really, to me, it's a really cool step towards where things have come today, and it's a really good book because of that. It's ahead of its time. One of my favorite chapters in the book is because the book doesn't get real scientific, but there is a little bit of scientific touch to it. The part that I thought was really cool though is in the chapter there's a man named Emile Coué. He was a French. I'm not sure if he was a doctor or a psychiatrist, but he had written a book back in the 20s called Self-Mastery Through the Conscious Autosuggestion. And really, the title of the book kind of says it all. Through autosuggestion, you can create a reality for yourself because it actually implements the subconscious mind into the thinking process. And that, to me, at that time, it's kind of a big step, scientifically, and especially that book was from the 20s. This one's from the 60s. It's a 40-year difference, but still, those aren't real. People weren't really into that stuff. It seemed like a lot of things back then, were like made to look glossy and shiny. They didn't really want people to understand a lot of things, so they made things glossy and shiny in such a way that they weren't, they hit a lot of reality, the real things. And I think it's a big step that, this book doesn't do that. I mean, it shows you that you can create a life for yourself, a better life for yourself by doing this stuff, but it doesn't give you some false, shiny approach on something, if you remember like shows and stuff from that period, you'd know what I mean. It's hard for me to explain exactly what it means, but I get this feeling, when I think about that period of time, and that's really what I think of. But I thought that was a cool chapter because, you know, it delved into a area of thought that a lot of people didn't really have a whole lot of information on back then. You see it more now than you did then, but still you've got a lot of authors now that won't write stuff about stuff like that because it goes against a lot of their religious beliefs, and they don't want to write against their religious beliefs. Which leads me into my only pet peeve about this book. It pushed the Bible a lot. And that's fine, you know, if you're a Christian, that's awesome. But there's going to be people that are not Christians that are going to read this. You've got Jewish folks, you've got Muslim folks, you've got people that aren't Christians. And my recommendation is, if you're not a Christian and you're reading this book, read your book instead. Read the Torah. You know, if you know, whatever you have to do to make this work. And it's not necessary that you even have to read a religious text at all. I mean, you might be an atheist and then you won't want to read any of this at all. You know, you just read the book. And then that's totally cool too, because everybody has a right to be who they are. I think that's important in life. But that was my only pet peeve, and it's not a very big deal. Not a very big deal at all. You know, the book flowed really nice. I like the book. I do recommend the book because, you know, like I said, it's ahead of its time. It's got some great ideas, some great suggestions. And if you implement it, yeah, you can change your life with this. You know, just like any book. You know, everyone's a little different, and there's going to be a different trigger for everyone, and this just might be the trigger that you need. What I like about it is it fits right into Project Mindset. Project Mindset is about finding a better way of doing things, and this offers a lot of better ways of doing things. And that's why I recommend this, because it does fit into Project Mindset in a very positive way. And if you know anything about Project Mindset, I created Project Mindset because I was looking for a better way of doing things. All my life I wanted to find a better way of doing things, and I created Project Mindset to help people find a better way of doing things. And you know, how you use Project Mindset, it's really up to you. But, you know, from my standpoint, I know it's a better way. I know it's a better way. And I'm very glad that I could offer it to you. And it makes me happy to be able to help other people and help them create a lifestyle that they want. So, I enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed this book review. I enjoyed talking about the book. And look forward to making another video for you. And I will see you in the next video. I appreciate it. Talk to you later now. Bye.